Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. On this channel, I like to talk about makeup, dermatology stuff sometimes, and occasionally I like to bring on someone I admire to talk about, makeup and stuff. So today I have a very, very special guest. He's a star on Instagram and TikTok. He's Melvin Tseng.
Hello everyone, hi.
Thank you so much for coming on my channel.
Thank you for having me here. I'm honestly very excited. I've not done this in a while. I've not done YouTube videos in a while, so this is something I'm gonna be new to.
I think your Instagram is totally amazing, so I'm very happy to have you here. And today we're going to do some St. Patrick's Day looks for you, alright? So if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, Melvin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Are you?
Alright.
Let's go.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're gonna get started now. Before we start with makeup, I just want to say that I really admire your Instagram. And when I was interviewing Vanda Miss Joachim, I was doing my research and I went back and watched this documentary that she was in, and I saw your name right there directing. So you used to be a filmmaker as well.
Yes, actually, when I did the Vanda Miss Joachim video, I was still a student. So I was still a filmmaking student, and that time it was just one of my projects which turned into a passion project. And then now I currently work as a full-time filmmaker. Okay,
wow. Okay, so I'm going to embarrass you a little bit now. I'm going to read out all these awards that you have for for your film. Oh my god. It's like Bronze Award, Best Documentary, Southeast Asia. International News Site, Gay Star News London, documentary featured there. Silver Award for Singapore Style Microfilm Competition.
Oh my god,
it's like you've been You've done all this film stuff before, so really congratulations. Is that your main passion?
Yes, actually I do film full time and I have been extremely passionate about film, and that's what I love to do. And makeup is something that I just picked up only a year ago. So at the moment, yes, film is my main sort of thing that I do. Yeah, correct.
Wow. Okay, I know. It's very impressive. But are you working on any film projects at the moment?
Oh yeah, I currently work full-time for Disney, so there are a lot of projects that we're working on, but I cannot really disclose.
Okay, and on your CV here, it says that you're also a dancer.
Yes.
And choreographer.
I used to dance a lot. I joined a lot of competitions and stuff, but at the moment I've sort of drifted away from dancing as much. But I still love dancing though. It's just that I haven't had the time to concentrate completely in dancing.
So it sounds like you're a real artistic soul. You've got many artistic endeavors and you seem to be very good at all of them.
I wouldn't say very good, but yes, I do. I'm very into the arts. I have been since a very young age. But before joining the arts, I was actually into the sciences, and I did my JC in biological sciences and stuff like that. And it was a complete change after JC suddenly getting into the arts.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, I probably come from a similar background too. I mean, my whole life I've been doing sciencey stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but there's always this part of me that has always really loved the arts, drawing and comics and theatre and everything. Oh, and nice. It's only later on now that I've started indulging myself. So I'm very pleased whenever I see young people flourishing like you are.
Thank you so much. But I actually wanted to ask, because currently I see that you pull out so many looks so often and stuff like that. Do you do drag full-time or do you do something else full-time?
Oh, no. I actually work full-time and I do all this on the weekends. So I
Oh, that is tiring. I know how you feel, because having a full-time job and doing this is obviously it takes so much of your time and effort. I feel like we are one of the few drag queens that pulls out so many different quirky looks in Singapore. I know a lot of drag queens have like a staple face, like they have their look, but I feel like every time I look at your looks, it's a different one. Like you're always doing something different, which is great.
I think for me, I really like to explore, so I never do the same kind of like eye twice in a row.
Right.
And if I do a certain type of eye too many times, I get very anxious.
Yeah.
and even my brows, I like to have almost like a completely different brow every single time I do makeup. It switches things up. Mm-hmm. And even for my theatre, like when I used to perform, do musicals and do open mics and stuff like that, right. I never repeat a song. It's like I always want to learn a new song or learn a new technique or learn something new every time I do something. And I think that's kind of a principle that I apply to actually everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. That's awesome, actually. Definitely not
Yeah.
easy, but amazing. I can definitely see the results. You know, all your looks are
Yeah,
so
no,
amazing.
Coming from you, that's high praise, because I think compared to yours, mine are quite sloppy sometimes. Sometimes I rush over my body painting and everything, and I'm not really good at getting all the precise lines. But your work is really, really amazing.
The amount of time I have to always tell myself to like have the patience, because I have times where I just rush off and just slather everything on too. But I always have to like remind myself like I'm not going to be happy later on, because I'm like I feel like when I do my looks, I'm always looking for, I try to achieve perfection, which is very hard for me. Especially because my hands are actually very shaky. A lot of people think I have very steady hands because of like my line work and stuff like that, but my hands are actually very shaky.
Yeah, this whole thing about perfection, I've learned from a long time, is that, perfection is the enemy of the good.
Exactly.
So, if you're trying to get things too perfect, sometimes you lose the passion for it. So
Exactly.
I've learned long ago, even if a look isn't like 100% what I wanted, there's no going back, and it is what it is. And even for my singing and music, sometimes it's not like perfect, but as long as the emotion is there and I'm proud of what I did, I'm happy to put it out there.
Yeah, that's right. That's so true. Especially with like, because nowadays I see so many artists out there doing such amazing work, but what makes you different is basically you. Because I feel like a lot of artists can achieve perfection. Like a lot of them can actually, which is great because everyone is so good at their work. But what makes you different is basically your imperfections and what you do different. And I feel like that's so important too.
That's absolutely correct. So how did you actually get started in makeup? I read on an interview that your boyfriend is responsible. Is that true?
That's very, very true. Actually, I wasn't into makeup. Like, basically the only time I did makeup was when I had dance performances. But that was just like stage makeup. It was nothing creative, nothing crazy. But the only time I got into makeup was when my boyfriend surprised me with a James Charles palette one day. And since I had the palette, I was like, oh, this is my first palette, I might as well use it. So I just started experimenting with it. And then ever since, this was I think a year ago, and I've just been doing like makeup ever since.
Wow. Why did he get you the James Charles palette in the first place? Did you express some interest in makeup at the time?
I loved watching makeup videos, all the freaking time. So, and he knew like I was always into like the art of makeup and like just crazy transformations and stuff. Because on Halloween, actually, I basically made my boyfriend and I go in drag.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, and I did his makeup too, right? So, but I mean, it took me forever to do both of our makeup. But like, I did his makeup and my makeup, and he just knew that I was really happy doing makeup. So I think that's when he like just thought it'll be good to get the palette for me, because he knew I was just interested in it. I just want to know, like, how did you get into drag? Because honestly, a lot of my makeup inspirations comes from drag queens too, because they're like super creative too. So like, the thing is, I just want to know, like, how did you get into this whole art of drag? And the thing is, I just saw you suddenly, I think on Salome Black's story or something like that, because I think you used her wig or something, and then I was like, wait, who is this queen? Like, yeah, so that's why I want to know, like, how did you get into the whole drag thing?
I've always been more a theatre person, so I've always enjoyed doing theatre, more on the side.
Right.
For drag, I think, it's really Drag Race, I think, It's like, the first few times I watched Drag Race, I don't know, there was something that fascinated me so much about this art that, these people are doing the most, okay? They're doing everything that is involved in theatre, they have to do the makeup, they have to do everything. It looked like it was some sort of amalgamation of every reality TV show that I've watched, and I was just so fascinated, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And I actually didn't really want to do drag for a very, very long time, because I just didn't think I had the makeup skills, or I didn't have the equipment, and I think I must have put it off for like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
It's only when my friend had a birthday party where I went, okay, and a whole bunch of people want to do drag, that I said, okay, let's try. And I just did it, and of course when I do something, I just don't do something halfway, right? I went all out and did it, and when I did it, the response was so amazing that I think something must have snapped in my brain, and it just became something that I had to do.
That's awesome, actually. And look where you are now. Like, you're going crazy with all these looks.
And I think for the circuit breaker and everything, when all the shows were cancelled and my work was also really slow, I started a YouTube channel just so I could express myself and also force myself to practice different techniques and to force myself to learn how to edit and all these things. So that's how I ended up doing this quite a lot.
That's great. And the thing is, you've actually managed to put it like make it a part of your life now, and like basically make videos regularly is commendable, because I did YouTube for a while, and I just couldn't get the time to like hold videos and edit them and post them weekly, because I just don't have the time and effort, like.
Yeah, so check out his channel. I'm going to link it down below.
I haven't posted in a while though.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you near the end. It's like, what were your actual plans for YouTube? I mean, YouTube is difficult, but you know, during circuit breaker, I did manage to find a rhythm of when I could film, when I could edit, and stuff like that. And you know, as work is starting to pick up again, I think I might have to start posting a bit less. But you know, I kind of have already like times that I've blocked out that I know that I can film if I wanted to.
Right.
For example, weekend mornings is a good time because that's when my boyfriend is like not really active. But that's why I try to do it a bit early so we can like be done in time for lunch.
Correct.
And then
that's
you know, so he doesn't get mad.
Oh my god, same, honestly. Like there's so many times I have to like plan my looks so that it fits well with my boyfriend's schedule too. So that like, you know, we don't have times where he's like, oh my god, all you're doing is makeup every time we're free. You know what I mean? I know where you're coming from.
But your boyfriend sounds quite supportive. I mean, he seems to help you out with a lot of your looks.
Yes, actually my boyfriend is like, he basically does everything from, a lot of things for my looks. Say if it's from the props, or if it's editing my pictures, helping me like buy last minute props and stuff like that. He helps me with everything. Which is honestly...
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that, because I know a lot of them just let their boyfriends do their thing and don't bother. So I'm very grateful that he's like hands-on and very supportive about it.
Wow, that's really very enviable. My boyfriend humors me. But I think he can tell that this really makes me very happy, and I am definitely getting better at it. So, you know, I think he knows that he doesn't want to, you know, quash any excitement. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you know, when I stumbled upon your Instagram, it's like I never really knew that there were a huge community of Singaporeans actually doing amazing makeup in Singapore. I mean, I follow all the big ones on Instagram, right? You know, your Abby Roberts and your Illuminati and all these people. And then I think when I first followed your Instagram, I didn't even know you were Singaporean.
Right.
It's like I was following you for a few weeks before I found out you were Singaporean. I said, oh my god, this is amazing. I think it was another Instagrammer, you know, Jared J, this young kid who's doing a lot of makeup. He started posting, he started tagging a lot of Singaporeans, and that's when I realized, oh my god, this guy is Singaporean. I didn't realize, and I think I must have messaged you like excitedly or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember that. Actually, it's the same thing with me coming up on your Instagram, because I felt like I knew a lot of the drag queens because I spent a lot of time, say, filming the documentaries and stuff like that. So I would always go to the bars, meet a lot of the other drag queens, and I've never pounced upon you. I think maybe one time I probably saw you, but you were out of drag. I think it was in a competition, I think, and you were judging or something like that. I don't remember the competition.
Oh yes. Yeah,
I think
that was one of my friend's baby boy balls, and I was judging the lip sync. I mean, I don't know why I was chose to judge. I'm not like the best lip syncer, but I think he just needed someone to judge.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember
in Singapore,
seeing you there, and then I was like, he seems familiar, but I've seen him somewhere, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, in Singapore, I've performed in the big drag shows maybe about 2 or 3 times, because mainly I don't have that much time to, you know, do actual huge shows. I have done a couple of my own shows, like charity stuff. So that's where I mainly perform. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And most of my performing has been out of drag also. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Actually, I would love to attend one of your shows. Yeah, once shows are back on and stuff like that.
Once it's over, I'm definitely going to be planning another show very, very soon, and maybe you can do a behind-the-scenes documentary for me.
Definitely. Yes. Oh, also I wanted to ask, how long have you been doing drag for now? Like,
That first time I did drag was 2015, so maybe about 5 to 6 years. But then I didn't really get serious about it until probably about 2019. That's when I started performing a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, my first big show 2018, the end of 2018 was when I did my first big show, and then it started picking up around there.
Oh.
And then YouTube was about 1 year ago.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of people started, say, YouTube, TikTok and stuff like that just after COVID.
Yeah, during circuit breaker,
Yeah, during
right?
circuit breaker. Because we had all the time in the world.
You also started your YouTube then, right?
A little before circuit breaker, around January, like, or February. Yeah, I think Jan 20th was when I posted my first look. And the funny thing is, I just started my YouTube without even knowing much makeup. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get into this journey and just start my YouTube. And I just didn't know a lot of makeup.
Just start first, right?
Yeah, just don't think, just go.
My first few YouTube videos are horrible. I think my makeup then was still like really bad. But you know, it's just starting, it's just getting the momentum to start. And each time you look at you're forced to edit and look at your face, you will improve.
Exactly. And the thing is, when I started my YouTube and I did my first look, I thought I looked bomb. You know, I was like, oh my god, like I look the best. Now when I look back, I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. Like, why did I think that I was bomb.com? Like, girl.
I think that's what we were saying before, right? You know, this perfection thing. As we get better, we can see the imperfections before, but I can still see that, but I just leave it all up there anyway because I like to see the progression as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Concentrate on this brow.
I'm surprised I can even multitask while doing makeup. I'm horrible at multitasking, especially when it comes to makeup.
How do you plan your looks? How do you choose a look and you know?
For me, every time I do my looks, I try to do something I've not done before, firstly. Secondly, I try to do something that I feel is challenging enough, because I mean, there should be a 50% chance of me failing at it, basically. I always look at it that way, because I feel like every time I do a
50% chance of
failing at doing it.
50% chance of failing.
Yeah. Because I feel like every time I do a makeup look, it needs to be challenging enough for me to be able to fail. But the thing is, if I pull that look off, it says a lot about how much like I've grown in terms of makeup. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So that's why I try to like pick really like challenging looks. For example, so most of my inspiration comes from, say, Mimi Choi.
Oh yes, Mimi Choi.
Oh my god.
I can't even touch her stuff.
She is...
I can't touch her stuff. She's amazing.
She's on another level. Every time I look at her looks, I'm just like, how? Like, how does she come up with this? You know what I mean?
If you look at the videos that she does, like the behind the scenes, it seems like every look it takes like, it must take weeks, a week or something to do, because she like paints all her props. She makes her props and everything. Yeah.
She does everything from scratch.
Yeah. She's the one who did Ezra Miller's makeup, right? The multiple eyes at the Met Ball. Yeah.
The talent that she holds is crazy. And then so basically every time I look at her looks, I feel so inspired. And I feel like I want to do something that is basically going to shock people. I don't want to do something that people are just going to look like, oh my god, pretty. You know what I mean? I want to do something that basically when people scroll through my Instagram, they're like, whoa. You know? I like to give that shock factor. So I try to push myself that way. So example, if I'm doing a St. Patrick's look, right? So I just look for looks, like techniques that I want to do and looks that I want to pull off. And then try to relate it to what I'm doing, like St. Patrick's Day or Women's Day or something like that.
Do you ever scrap a look? Like, do you ever have a look like that you don't post?
Oh yes. I have quite a few.
What percentage of your looks are not ever seen?
Like, say 20%.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 10 or 20%. There's some looks that I just do and I know it's not gonna look good, so I just stop halfway through and don't spend. Because the thing is, there's some looks that I take 7 hours, 8 hours to do, the very detailed one. Like, I just stop myself after 2 hours. I'm like, this is not gonna work. Let's do it another day, and I push it to another day when I have more patience, basically.
Yeah. There's definitely some days where it feels like it's not a good makeup day when everything is going wrong.
Definitely. Yes, I know. I've been there.
Yeah, I think everyone's been there.
And you never know when those days are. It might just be today.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So but this one you have to post, or I'll post it for you. And you and your boyfriend like prepare props and prepare stuff like that too, right? How long does that take?
Yeah, it depends honestly. Like, okay, if the props are really, really elaborate, for example, if you saw my Makali makeup where I did the crown, so all of that was from scratch. Like, even the structure of the crown was from scratch. Like, we had to do like Mod Podge and everything. So that took us like 2 entire days to do, because we had to let the spray paint dry and all of those different things, you know. It's worth it, I guess.
How many looks do you like plan beforehand? Like, do you have a whole bunch of looks for like the whole month, or?
Because when I was doing like the Christmas and Halloween series, so I had to post a look every day for like 10 days.
Oh my god.
Which was so tasking for me. Oh my god, the amount of sleepless nights I've had during that time. So that time it was really, really busy and I was doing everything last minute. So now I've told myself to pre-plan everything. So I'm at least like 2 looks ahead. And I post once a week, so it's still fine for me to be 2 looks ahead. In terms of planning the looks, what I want to do, I've already planned like 2 months ahead. It's quite some planning. What about you?
Ever since Halloween, I've been posting twice a week, which is a bit crazy. I have very little chance for making mistakes because if I do, I have nothing to post. So I've been really trying to stick to that schedule, which I think has been a bit crazy because I think Halloween and Christmas I've been posting twice a week. And it's not just a makeup look, but it's also the video as well. So it's a lot of work.
I don't understand how you get yourself to edit YouTube videos every week. And oh my god, it's crazy.
I actually enjoy editing my videos quite a lot. It's the TikTok I can't get. I've been trying to do TikTok, but I just can't seem to be able to do that. Oh, are you going to have to do TikTok for this look?
Yeah, I already like pre-filmed the transitions.
I was telling myself I was going to do it, and I guess I forgot again. I always forget.
Since I don't do YouTube, I kind of force myself to get some video out, at least TikTok. And also I feel like in terms of growing, TikTok is a much easier platform to grow on for people to basically notice your work. And I feel like if you're putting so much effort and time, a 15-second TikTok video is not going to do you harm, especially if people are going to appreciate all your work.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's right. Maybe when we break, I'll film a little TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. You should definitely.
Yeah, no, I always forget. I always forget to do TikTok.
I think it's also because you're doing so many things like YouTube and getting your pictures done, and then also your props are crazy because I can't even handle one wig. I don't know how you handle so many wigs. I
actually love wigs.
Oh, I cannot. I have 3 wigs in my closet, and 2 are from Halloween, which I never touched ever since, and 1 is some really cheap wig that I bought, and I've just been using that same wig like for every other look that I do. No,
I actually love wigs and I love playing with hair. So actually sometimes during the week when I'm free, I'll be styling wigs. So I've actually got five wigs that I've started haven't worn yet. So I'm hoping to use them for some looks.
Wow, it's too much work for me.
So I've just put on some creams on my eyes. I'm just gonna go in with the rest of the colours now. So these are like Ireland flags.
Yes, I can see them. Wow. I love how both of us are going for such different looks. Like,
yeah, I like it when I have my guests on and we do completely either complementary looks or something completely different. It'd be quite boring if we both did the exact same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
So I was really having my fingers crossed that, okay, maybe Melvin will think outside the box and not go for this really basic St. Patrick's Day look.
No, because I knew you were gonna go for something crazy with wigs and nails, and I was just like, I need to do something different because I know if I try to go gaga, he's gonna do much better anyway. Let me stick to something different.
I'm gonna do something very ambitious also. I'm gonna try to do a rainbow cut crease.
Oh wow.
A rainbow with a pot of gold for my inner corner highlight.
Wow. Amazing. Sounds so good.
Back to our talk, where do you see your makeup journey going?
Honestly, when I started makeup, like I didn't think of getting any opportunities or even doing this seriously. But now I'm actually very grateful for so many opportunities that have come my way. And currently I'm in discussion with so many huge brands which I cannot disclose yet. When it comes to makeup, making content is my favorite thing. Making meaningful makeup is what I love. I don't want to do this as a job because that's not something I see myself doing. So making content with makeup is something that I would seriously want to pursue maybe in the future. But currently I'm just going with the flow. What about you in terms of drag?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I think for me, I do want my drag to have some sort of message as well. When I started my YouTube channel, that's what I wanted to do also. I wanted to talk about LGBT issues. I wanted to talk about 377A in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to use my drag to raise funds, mainly for charity, for causes, and that's what I really tried to do. I mean, the shows that I've done are basically fundraisers for this thing called the Action for AIDS Fund for the Arts, and we've actually commissioned about 4 short films to be done already.
Wow, that's amazing.
So hopefully those will be done sometime this year, and if we can have some sort of a film festival soon, that would be quite exciting.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes. The cause is such a great cause as well. For you to actually come up, like basically get yourself involved in such things is commendable, because you're doing so many things. Like how do you even find the time?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I find the time. But it really is something that I'm really passionate about, that,
Yeah.
I think I am in a position of privilege that I'm able to do drag for fun, and really really go for it. So I think I want to use that to try to uplift Singaporean, the LGBT community, and really give back. So that's really where I'm coming from.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Wow, you have all these brand deals and everything coming on. How about your film? Is that going to be something you're going to be doing, like, both?
Okay, I definitely want to do a lot more with my film, because I feel like if I'm concentrating on something, I should really put my everything to that. So if I put my full 100% to makeup at the moment, I still want to concentrate on that while doing my film full time, because makeup and film together already takes a lot of my time, my full-time job and makeup. So if I want to do something more passion related for film, it's not going to be easy, especially because first of all now COVID, secondly film cannot be done by one person. It is extremely hard. Film is not a one-man sport. It is you definitely need a lot of people. And I feel
you need
like,
a whole team and everything.
Yeah, so and I feel like that'll only happen once things go back to more normal, and once I'm more settled with my makeup and everything else, then maybe I will think about it. But currently I'm not looking into doing a lot of passion project for film.
Okay, I think my look is starting to look quite crazy. Very clowny. For makeup, are you going to be doing anything like the NYX Face Awards and all that? Have you done any of those competitions?
I've never, because I remember 2 years ago, Benefit Cosmetics contacted me, informing me about their Brow King competition.
How did they know to contact you? You already had a few looks up on the gram?
No,
on Instagram
I had
or something?
one look out 2 years ago, but that look was not even done by me. My friend did my makeup and I just posted it on my Instagram. Yeah, and the thing is, I just tagged the Benefit Cosmetics because I use their products. So, and because I tagged that, they reposted my look. And the thing is, I didn't even do that look personally. It was my friend who helped me do that look. And then they asked me to join a competition, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed. I just posted one look and you're asking me to join a competition. Jeez. Yeah, and I didn't know about the NYX Awards until recently, when I met a few other makeup artists, and then they told me how they knew each other. It was because of the competition, and I was like, whoa, what happened because now there's no more NYX in Singapore, right?
Yeah, there's no more NYX. They had a shop in Bugis before, right? I remember I went there to buy stuff before. I was quite sad when they left.
Yeah, Bugis,
yeah,
and
it was in
also
Bugis, remember?
Dhoby Ghaut.
Yeah.
Honestly, NYX was also a company that helped a lot of small creative makeup artists grow, because they had all these fun competitions and they basically helped give exposure and everything. I'm so sad that they're gone.
Do you know the rest of the makeup artist community in Singapore?
I honestly don't know a lot of them personally. I just know them through Instagram. There are a few who I know personally, like Gargi and Atira. Atira is, I think, the one who does SFX makeup. She's quite popular for SFX. She does all these ghost makeup and all of that. So I only know them through either because they dance and we've been in the same dance team before, or because of Instagram. That's about it. What about you? Do you know them personally?
Ooh, okay. No, I don't know. I don't know a lot of them. I mean, the two that Die have to follow. So one is you, and the other one is Wink818. Do you know her?
Oh my god, yes.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Yeah. Honestly, she was one of the first Singapore makeup artists that I saw, and I was so shocked. And I was like, girl, she has been killing the game for many years now. And how did I not notice or ever come across her profile? Like, it's crazy. Like, her looks are beyond amazing. And when I came, I was like, I told myself, if she can really push herself and do such crazy looks, I should be able to too. So like, she's like an inspiration, honestly.
Yeah, she is. And all that prosthetics and everything as well. I think she's really, really talented.
Very talented, yeah.
I always look forward to both your posts.
I look forward to both of your posts because, girl, every time I look, it's crazy. But who are your main makeup inspirations? Like, who do you look up to?
If I'm like looking for ideas, or if I'm stuck with ideas, the Instagram accounts that I always go to, one is Illuminati. I will like look through her things to see whether she's done something similar. This is other artist called Pompberry. I don't know whether you know her.
Oh, I don't know her.
She's got a YouTube channel as well, and she does all these really, really detailed, amazing looks. Abby Roberts, sometimes I like to look at her stuff too.
I know Abby Roberts.
Yeah, so these are all the makeup artists that I really, really enjoy looking at. And of course, Blue Hydrangea, the drag queen from Drag Race UK.
Yes, oh my god, I know.
Yeah. There's this other drag queen called Crimson. Do you know Crimson.co?
No, I haven't heard of Crimson, no.
Okay, I'll link her down below. So she's also really, really amazing artist.
Wow. I need to commend all you drag queens. The amount of effort you guys put in terms, not just makeup. Like, I do makeup and I'm tired. But you guys go all out in terms of, say, wardrobe to jewelry to everything, to wigs. Oh my god, it's crazy.
That's why when I first started doing drag, it was really like this thing that tickled every creative thing that I liked, you know? Makeup, costuming, hair, theatre, and you can almost do anything in drag. Are you a fan of Drag Race?
Yes, I do watch Drag Race.
Yeah, you can see the franchise of Drag Race. There's so many queens from all sorts of, they're doing all sorts of different. You have comedy queens, you have modeling queens, you have fashion queens.
Yeah.
It's like you can do anything.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, they've really stepped up their game. Like, if you see what drag was 10 years ago, and you look at it now, it's come a long way. Like, it's crazy.
Actually, drag has actually gone through a lot of ups and downs also. I mean, in the 90s when RuPaul was very famous in the New York circuit, apparently drag then was the hottest thing also. That's why he could, go all the way up the charts.
Yeah.
With his song Supermodel, and then after that it kind of like fell out of fashion, and then it came back again. So I think RuPaul knows that's how the industry works, and drag is going to be something that's going to come and then it's going to go, and then maybe before it was seen as a novelty, but now because of all the internet subcultures and everything, it might actually become something that can sustain itself. But let's hope it does, because I really love it. I can't get enough of it.
Like, there's so many drag queens now, which is great, but like it's also so much to keep up with.
And in the last few weeks, so many drag queens have started their own YouTube channels. It's like why even bother? It's like Evie Oddly has one.
Oh yes.
Gigi Good just started her own. Rock'em Sakura, all the drag queens all have YouTube channels.
Correct,
so it's really, hard to compete.
Yeah. But have you been watching this season of Drag Race?
Oh yes, definitely. Have you? Who's your favorite?
Wait, who's your favorite?
My favorite right now is Utica Queen.
Oh, okay. She's honestly such an amazing soul. She's so sweet. Like, she just is so sweet.
Yeah, she's so sweet. Yeah,
she's such a kind
and she's so
soul.
creative as well.
Yeah, very creative. I love Gottmik because I feel like she's really pushing herself with her looks. I love Simone too.
Oh yeah, she started her own YouTube channel as well.
Oh, I cannot keep up anymore.
Simone looks like she's going to win the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, she looks like... Because I feel like every time she's on stage, she has this presence. Like, you cannot ignore her.
Even when you see her lip sync against Candy Muse, the intensity she has in her face and the connection she has with the song is so completely,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Inspiring,
like,
I think.
It's literally like she's singing the song. It's not even a lip sync anymore. She's singing the song. She really lip syncs. She doesn't go for the crazy tricks or like flipping around here and there. She really just lip syncs, and the presence on stage is crazy.
Would you do drag again?
I would definitely do like a drag look from time to time, but in terms of doing drag like regularly, I don't see myself yet, at least. I feel like I'm not in a place where I really, like, I cannot tell myself to push myself that much in terms of wigs and all that. Like, I really cannot push myself that much at the moment.
What's your drag name?
I don't have a drag name.
What? No, really?
I don't really have a drag name, no.
What are some of your favorite makeup products? What do we talk about makeup, since we both love makeup so much?
I love the Meron EQ Paradise palette.
Ooh, yes, me too. Paradise Paints.
Yeah, it is so
I have
good.
them too. I love them, yeah.
Yeah, it is so good. It is like so much. It makes life so much easier in terms of like, because a lot of my looks require me to like paint my face and not just use like foundation and eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I'm really like glad this palette like saved my life. Because before this palette I would just use a white base and eyeshadow and it was so hard.
The Paradise Paints are really go on so easily, and for all these looks it's so good too. I really like Suva Beauty. I'm using Suva Beauty all over for my rainbow cut crease now.
Wow, I love Suva Beauty too. Like, oh my god, like one of my first water activated liners was from Suva Beauty, and I didn't hear about Suva Beauty until like a few months ago.
I really like all the Meron stuff too. The Meron creams, the foundation, all are really easy to use.
Oh, is it? I've never tried the Meron creams and foundations yet. Oh, I also wanted to ask, how did you come up with your drag name Wonder Snatch?
Around the time I came up, we were picking drag names. I wanted a name that was a little bit classy and a little bit slutty. And at the time, Benedict Cumberbatch was very famous in Doctor Strange. So I wanted a name that had that kind of rhythm. So Wonder Snatch just sounded perfect.
Right.
And then Victoria is because Victoria is my favorite Spice Girl.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And I also like it because Wonder Snatch, it has a lot of like, double meanings there, Snatch has so many meanings. It can mean like vagina, it can mean like snatching the face, it can mean snatching the body, it can mean snatching your man.
Yes, very that. But I'm so indecisive, I can never come up with a drag name. Like, I will never stick to one. I think of one, I'm like, nope, let's change it. And then I keep thinking of something else.
Okay, yeah, so I've kind of finished my eyes, and I'm going to do this vomit rainbow, and then I'm going to have a pot of gold here.
Wow. You've already got onto your body, and I'm just like stuck on my face.
Are you doing your body as well?
Yes, but nothing too complicated, so it's fine. Oh yeah, so we were talking about favorite makeup product. What's your favorite makeup product?
My favorite makeup products, I think, will have to be... Okay, I love eyeshadow. Especially over Black Friday, I will like look at eyeshadows and I'll be like go crazy over like buying all these like discounted eyeshadows. Do you do that too?
Yes, oh my god, everything is so cheap on Black Friday sale.
My favorite palettes are the really rainbow ones, so that's why I brought them all up today. Right, today I'm using the Sample Beauty, which is really pigmented, really good. This one, have you tried this before?
Wow,
From
I've
Beauty
never
Bay.
tried that before.
It's very pigmented, and then I love all these rainbow palettes, and every time I see one, I'm like, always wasting a lot of money. You should see the number of eyeshadow palettes I have in my room.
I actually have very few eyeshadow palettes. I think like three or four only.
So my favorite makeup products, I don't know, eyeshadows. I really like foundations as well. So I really like playing with foundations and blending. Every time I blend foundations, it feels so therapeutic.
Yes. Definitely.
Were you very artistic as a kid when you grew up?
Actually, not very artistic. I always used to dance like in front of my TV, and then always like draw on my own, like doodle on my book and stuff. But I never took anything that seriously. I was a very nerdy kid. Like, I would always study, get my homework done, never get like in trouble, until like I think high school-ish. I started like joining dance competitions, I started joining like art competitions. I would just take part in everything. Like, if it's any competition I'm in, like I would take part in cooking competitions when I didn't know how to cook. I would just take part because I wanted that participation.
Really? That's very type A. That was not me at all. I did not like competitions. I hate competing because I don't know. It's not in my nature, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I love competing. I feel like it's so fun.
But the way that you draw, the way that you paint on your looks, they're so precise and so good. You must have done a lot of painting and drawing when you were a child.
Drawing, yes. I did a lot of drawing when I was younger. But painting, no. I'm actually quite horrible with paints, like watercolors, oil paints, any kind of paints. I'm just horrible at it. So I'm not really sure how.
Rubbish. Look at what you're doing in the face. I was watching one of your YouTube videos where you were painting on the mask for Eid. It was so detailed. That was really, really amazing.
Thank you. Honestly, that look was so hard.
Yeah, but you can't say that you don't paint well. You're really, really quite good.
I try my best, honestly. So wait, how's your look going so far?
Now I'm just drawing this rainbow thing. I'm using all my Suva Beauties and my Maron Paradise paints. I'm trying to get this rainbow vomit down my thing, and then and then I'm gonna draw Lucky Charms all over my face, and then a couple of clovers up here, and then I'm done.
Oh my god, it's a task. You have so much to do.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I rush and it's not like perfect, but that's okay. It's just drag.
Yeah.
But I knew that today, if I came up against you, I had to throw all my ideas on at once.
I was nervous too. I was like, oh my god, he's definitely gonna wear a wig. He's gonna have crazy makeup on, like snatched face. I'm like, oh my god, no, I need to do something different. So there's nothing to compare to. So if I do a normal eyeshadow look, they're definitely gonna compare, and mine's not gonna be enough. So I'm just gonna go a different way and do something.
No,
weird.
don't. It's not a competition, Melvin. It's not a competition.
Definitely, yeah. But like, I feel like people will still compare. I remember watching one of your previous videos where you were talking about how you actually lived in New York and everything like that. So
yes.
How did that go about and everything? And how do you think it's different from Singapore?
Oh, wow. It's hugely different. Have you ever been to New York?
Yes, I have. I was in New York Film Academy for a year.
Oh, cool. What?
Yeah.
You lived there for 1 year. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
I was there for 5 years, and I did I was there for grad school. And that was really where I started performing a lot, because I started doing a lot of open mics and a lot of cabaret, off-Broadway and everything. Yeah, so that and performing there really made me feel like when I came back to Singapore, we really needed a more vibrant scene where people could express themselves, and that's one of the reasons why I really started going full in for drag, and the reason for the Action for AIDS Fund for the Arts is also because I wanted to increase expression in Singapore and for representation for LGBT.
Yes, definitely.
And I basically had to do it with what I knew which is basically drag and theatre. I'm not really that good at other activist kind of things. So I think America really helped me push myself to, do all these things that I always wanted to do. What did you do when you were in New York?
I was just studying. I was just mostly in campus, studying, nothing fun, honestly. Like, I was a very boring person. Like, I would not, because I was very young. I was 16.
You were there for, what did you say about it was NAFA, is it?
No, New York NYFA. New York Film Academy.
Oh, Film Academy, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I was there for my foundation. I did my first year there, and then they had a program where you could move to Singapore.
Are you Singaporean?
Oh, I'm not Singaporean. A lot of people actually think like I'm Singaporean and stuff because I've been here for around 5 years now. Yeah, so, but the thing is, I mostly grew up all my life in India because my mom is part Indian and my dad is Chinese.
I think that's why a lot of people think you're Singaporean, because there are a lot of Chindians here, a lot of Chinese Indians, and that's what I thought you were, Singaporean Chindian.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains a lot. So whenever you do your cultural looks, that's where it comes from.
Yes, correct. And like, I grew up with a lot of Indian cultures actually, because like living in India, and then my mom's also part Indian and stuff like that. I'm more Indian than Chinese, to be honest. Yeah, and I grew up with such amazing cultures and everything. I'm very grateful for that, because I know a lot of people who move abroad tend to like forget like their roots in a way, forget like all the cultures that they grew up with and everything because of social media. But I've like tried to like learn to embrace that, because in the beginning I was very embarrassed about it because of all the bullies and everything, but now I'm like embracing it.
So when you went to film school from India and you decided to come to Singapore, to NAFA, is that right?
Yeah, then I came to Singapore in NAFA to continue my studies.
Oh, why Singapore?
It was just one of the options, and my mom was like, choose one, so I just chose Singapore. It's easier for me to settle and adapt here. All of Singapore anyway speaks English also, so it's a lot easier for me rather than going to like say Hong Kong or anywhere else.
Wow, okay. So did your mom come with you?
No, I came here alone.
Oh wow, so you've been here alone since you were, what, 16?
16, 17, yeah.
How do you like Singapore? Are you gonna stay here a long time?
I'm not very sure honestly, but at the moment I definitely see myself being here for a while. You never know what the future holds, you know. If things happen, it happens, and then I might move or whatnot. But for now, I'm just gonna be here and enjoy here while I can.
Yes, I think you're in the best place in the world for the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely.
And where's your mom now? Is she back in India?
Yeah, my mom lives back in India.
Which part of India are you from?
Okay, my mom is half Bengali, which is from like the east side of India. But I lived in the south part of India, which is Bangalore.
Just out of curiosity, whenever you do your Indian cultural looks, do you get a lot of questions online about whether you're Indian?
A lot of people even question if I'm Indian. They're like, oh wait, are you Indian?
You have to defend yourself, right?
Yeah, all the time.
What do you think about all that? You know, all these people accusing you of cultural appropriation.
As long as I know I'm not doing it, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm fine. Because if they can tell whatever they want, it doesn't change what I'm doing, right? So I don't really have to respond to every single one of them. But I definitely try to like avoid it going too far and people like going crazy. And I think now, especially now in terms of doing my cultural looks, I almost like 80% of the people who watch my videos and stuff know that I am part Indian.
Actually, before I realized that you were half Indian, when I saw you post on YouTube, I said, oh my god, he's going to get so much hate online. I was like scared for you. And then when I take time to actually read the caption, you actually do say there that it's part of your heritage. And okay, so he's Chindian.
Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people think that Indians have a certain type of look and you need to look a certain way to be Indian, but I'm just like...
Absolutely.
Yeah, like girl, you guys haven't even seen the whole of India. A lot of India is huge. A lot of people haven't even seen the rest of India, so it's like they're very quick to judge.
Or even Asian, right? People just think that Asians all look the same, or Asians are one type of thing. It's so annoying.
Exactly.
And even for me, when I did a Mulan look, I was accused of cultural appropriation as well.
Oh my god, but...
People are nuts.
Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of people just want to create drama because they have the time. Like, they live and thrive out of it, and I'm just like, can you spend this energy elsewhere?
Does your mom know you're gay?
Yes, I came out to my mom when I was 16.
How did that go?
I actually had to come out to my mom 2 times, because the first time I came out to my mom, I put up a camera. Look, I thought it was gonna be all good, and I wanted to record this moment of my mom accepting who I am and all of that. But then the reaction was completely opposite. My mom was so disappointed. And the thing is, the camera was there, and I was just like, I just kept quiet and I said, oh mom, it's a prank, ha ha ha, the camera is there. And I wasn't ready to face I could see the disappointment in her face, and it broke my heart that I wasn't ready to like, you know, really go with it. So I just told my mom, it's a prank, and I lied to her about myself. I told her it's a prank, and I brought the camera in, and like I could see that she was relieved. and it like
Oh
it
no,
crushed me.
that's
It crushed
heartbreaking.
me. Yeah, it crushed me so bad. But then I feel like a few years later, when my mom understood me more and stuff like that, like I was not living with her anymore. I was living in Singapore, so it was a lot easier for me to deal with it in case like she doesn't accept me. I'm still living away, so it's still fine. And when I went to visit her back in India, I came out to her, and it was very funny because my sister basically told my mom, "Oh, Melvin has something to tell you," and it took me off guard, and I wasn't ready yet. And I just said, "Oh, mom, how about you give a guess?" And my mom's first guess was, "Oh, you're gay."
Do you film this one?
No, I didn't film this one, sadly. Yeah, then I just said, "Mom, yes." And then she definitely didn't take it very well. Like, it was not the all rainbows and everything. She told me
Okay.
she needed some time for it to sink in. But the thing is, the thing she reassured me with was that you're still my son and I still love you. So that really touched my heart. I was like, okay, it's not as I want. Like, it's not the best reaction, but it could have gone worse, and I'm so glad it didn't. And then it took her like a week or two to like let it sink in, and then
That must have been quite disappointing for you. I mean, you expected her to have a different reaction.
Yeah, I definitely had expected to have a different reaction, but then if I think about it now, it's more like because she grew up with so many different beliefs, and she grew up with so many like her upbringing was definitely so different, and she was definitely not exposed to our community and stuff like that, and she didn't know much about it. So maybe that's why her reaction was like that, and I don't blame her for it. But at the end of the day, right now she's the most supportive person, and that shows growth, and that is what's most important to me. I feel like a lot of parents need time. You can't expect them to just be okay with it immediately, especially because they've lived so many years looking at it in such a bad light.
Definitely. So whenever you're coming out to someone, you need to give them time to come out as well, right? It took you many years probably to come to terms with yourself. So you don't expect them to, immediately come to terms. Yeah.
Yes, and I feel like because of social media, a lot of people think like they see a lot of like stories online where people like parents are just accepting right away, which is great. But you must understand that not everyone's going to be like that, and I feel like everyone just expects their parents to be like that, and if it is not like that, they get really disheartened and broke. And I'm like, it's normal. It's okay for parents to not be okay with it,
Yeah.
In the like you just need to give them some time.
Definitely. Yeah, that's very wise.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're almost on our last little bits. We're just going to finish some details, and we'll be back with a finished look. All right, and we're back, and these are finished looks. We are ready to kiss the Blarney Stone and sing Danny Boy all day, right, Melvin?
That's right, exactly it.
So I'm this big drag leprechaun, and what are you?
I'm just an unfinished painting, honestly.
Oh wow, you look amazing. I can't wait to post these looks together.
Yes.
And thank you for coming on my channel. Melvin, why don't you tell the people where they can find you on Instagram and everywhere?
Oh, you can find me on @Melvin_Tseng everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, etc. So yeah, do follow me.
Okay, I'm going to link all that down below, so follow Melvin. I think he's going to do great things. And if you're ever, doing any more films or anything, maybe you can do a documentary about me.
Definitely, most definitely. And also
No,
make
just
sure...
kidding.
Also, I'm sure all of you are already subscribed to Wondersnatch, but if you're not, come on, do it now.
Yes, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up also, and ring that post notifications bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Alright Melvin, thanks again for coming to my channel. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for having me. It was really, really fun. And I hope we can do this another time in the future.
Definitely. If you ever have any crazy things you want to do, I'm very happy to do it with you. I wouldn't have done a St. Patrick's look otherwise. It wouldn't even have crossed my mind.
Right.
But I'm very happy I did this.
Looks amazing.
Alright, okay. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you on the Instagram, Melvin.
Yes,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Lucky Charms. What a gold. Kissing the Blarney Stone for St. Patrick's Day. check out my other interviews. I interviewed Mona Kiki there, and Venom is Joking from Drag Race Thailand Season 2 right there.
No one can do it like you. Girl, you're so